all the same, folks. Matt with Eddie's Guitars coming to you as always from St. Louis, Missouri. Another beautiful Saturday morning here in sunny St. Louis. We appreciate you folks joining us yet again. We're going to take a look at some recent arrival acoustic guitars that have made their way into the shop over the course of the last couple of weeks here. We've not been with you folks in the past couple of weeks, so we wanted to really load the wall up today, and I'll tell you, we've got some absolute bangers hanging on the wall behind me today, so we're going to be anxious to dig into some of these and take a listen. And we've got something kind of special, kind of a bit of a surprise for our live viewers today as well. Be kind of a cool opportunity, so do stay tuned for sure. But the first guitar I wanted to take a look at today is an absolutely gorgeous little Collings single O 12 string. This is an O1 12 string, so it's a 12 fret single O size guitar, very petite and comfortable size. And I got to tell you, the 12 string aspect of this guitar just has so much chime and sparkle in this small body. Really satisfying to have all that just really kind of ringing chime in this guitar. We've got a beautiful German spruce top. Let's take a gander at this real quick, Jandro. German spruce top on this guitar, very, very clean. And a wonderful, super, super flamey set of koa on the back and sides. This is exquisite, highly three-dimensional wood here, just ultra, ultra figure in that. Very strong, very deep, very golden, just so consistent with that figuring throughout. That's just a gorgeous set of koa on this guitar. Really, really fine stuff. And if you follow the Collings folks down there in Austin, Texas, it might not surprise you that we had to wait, honestly, a very long time to get this guitar. It took a while because their back orders right now are so long and so far out that everybody's having to wait for guitars from Collings right now. So get them when you can, because it might be a while that you have to wait before there's another opportunity. So man, just rings forever. One of my favorite things about the little single O Collings 12-string guitars is the headstock. It's just got one of the most exaggerated looking headstocks in the game. Just a big, long, slotted headstock with all those tuning machines on there. It's really a neat part of the guitar, I've got to say. Sorry, I'll try to hold this thing straight if I can. Really neat. Black tuning machines on there, very clean. That's just such a sharp headstock. Really cool. Ebony veneer on the face there. Lots of sparkle in the sound of that. Jandro and I were talking a little bit earlier about the built-in chorus that this guitar has, the modulation that it naturally has with it being the octave strings and the doubled strings. Really a three-dimensional sound. And it just takes nothing at all to get the thing really roaring. It's got a lot of very sweet responsiveness to it. It's a really cool little guitar. But we shall keep moving.
Blue on YouTube said that the beard adds intonation. I don't know if you knew that.
If that's true, I'll keep it going.
Staley says beard wax on guitar strings equals faster playing. It's all in the master plan, man. It's the secret sauce.
A little bit of beard talk today. I love it. Folks, before we jump into this next guitar, which trust me, I am anxious to do, I want to, and we're going to talk about this a couple of times throughout the course of this live stream, so be patient with me. We're doing a giveaway today, and this is a giveaway that we did not announce nor advertise, but we're doing it nonetheless, and maybe we'll do it again in the future. We'll see. Today we are giving away an Elliott Capo. This is an Elliott Integrity Capo, and it just so happens that we have in stock right now the 14-inch radius, the 16-inch radius, and the 20-inch radius Integrity Capos from our really good friends there at Elliott Capos. We're going to take a look at the capo itself in a minute, but I just want to tell you we are giving this capo away in whichever radius is appropriate for whichever guitar you might want to win this thing for. So what we're doing, Jandro, correct me if I screw any of these rules up. What we're doing is basically a random comment picker. So all you have to do is leave a comment, but this is only on YouTube. So for those of you watching on Facebook, you might want to jump ship and go over to YouTube and watch the live stream there. You'll want to comment on our YouTube live stream. It's only for live viewers. This is not going to apply to folks watching it after the fact, I hate to say, but that's the reality of it. We would like to be able to announce a winner by the end of this live stream in about an hour or so. So leave a comment if you would, please. Just any comment will enter you to win this capo. Am I missing any rules there, Jandro?
No, you got it. Yeah.
I think that's it. But we're going to take a look at that capo with a little more detail in just a moment here. So, but moving on to the next instrument off the wall, we've got a beautiful, beautiful McNally OM, man, and I'll tell you, this is the second guitar from Kieran that I've had the opportunity to play, and I just love the work that he's doing. This particular example, like I said, it's a 14 fret OM. It's his standard scale length, which is 25.4 inch on the scale length. This is a Swiss moon spruce top, which you can see has a really nice kind of a tobacco sunburst on there. Really nice colors happening. I like the dark color up top there in the upper bouts. That's really sharp. Abalone rosette there, really popping out of that colorful sunburst. And I love his bridge design. It's got kind of a fat belly there right in the center with those smaller petite wings on the outer edges there. This guitar has a rather fabulous set of highly figured English walnut on the back and sides as well. Very, very fine wood, perfectly book matched too. This is just a beautiful set. The sides are equally as impressive in terms of their figure and color and everything. The whole guitar is bound in ebony, which makes a very clean, dark, bold frame. And I know I'm repeating myself because I know I've said this in probably the past few live streams anyway. I'm really, really into the walnut stuff right now. We've between the some of the Ryans we've had in here, this particular McNally, I'm trying to think who else we've had some really impressive walnut. Santa Cruz. I got to tell you, we've been having some successful guitars built with walnut lately that just really sound good. There's an incredible level of balance on this guitar. I think it really captures that sort of that balance between the fundamental quality and then on the other end of the spectrum, the more harmonically rich. It really sits beautifully between those two kind of extremes because it's got that really bold fundamental, but as you let the notes linger, man, some harmonics really start blooming out of there really in a nice way. sweet sound. Wow. Just even from right above it here, it sounds like a rich, well-produced studio recording. I mean, it just sounds so smooth and polished. Carefully EQ'd sounding for sure. Very nice. And this also has the kind of standard treatment in terms of the playable ergonomics. 1 3/4 inches at the nut, 2 1/4 down here at the bridge. All very, very playable. Has a very smooth, very even C profile neck. And again, I just really appreciate his approach to kind of American style guitars in terms of their size and shape and everything, but his voicing that he does within these definitely has some of that European kind of flavor in there as well. Just really an interesting sound, and I think an incredibly unique sound, and not afraid to admit that it's definitely speaking to me. Another guitar with really fantastic sustain. And I really appreciate the clarity of the bass out of this guitar as well. Really nice. Very nice. Any thoughts there, Jandro?
I think that one's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as like new brands in our store, the McNally have been really impressive so far.
I know, man. I know it.
And
I can't wait to hear more. The first two have been so great.
Yeah, I mean, the sound incredible. I love the burst on that.
Yeah.
The color.
I have to admit, when moon spruce is the topic of discussion, rarely will I say, "Oh yeah, baby, put a sunburst on
Right,
that."
because you want to let it show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he did such a great job on the burst of that guitar. It's hard to argue with that at all.
Did have a question from Felix on YouTube.
Sure.
Which of the walnuts do you prefer, Claro, Black, English, or Bastone?
That's a really Felix, you said?
Yeah.
That's a good question, and honestly, I don't have a definite preference on that or a very definitive answer to that question. And the reason I say that is I've played fabulous examples of all of them. It would be really difficult for me to say. It's almost like saying, what's your favorite, rosewood? And while Brazilian might be the most expensive, so you just want to pick that. I mean, there's validity certainly in all of them, as with walnut. I know the Bastone and the black walnut tend to be some of the favorites of some of my favorite luthiers that they like to use. And so I guess as sort of a side effect of that, you could say that those are some of my favorites. But honestly, I almost feel better saying that's my favorite walnut guitar and pointing to a specific guitar, regardless of what type of walnut it is. But that's a really good question. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
We've made a sale, folks.
Which one? Oh,
The
Seriously?
Chulka effect in action. Ladies and gentlemen, the
this one's
Chulka
gone.
effect.
Well, that was quick.
It's seriously sold, or you're just playing?
Oh, yeah, it's going. It's gone. Sorry, folks.
Oh, okay.
I hope nobody had their heart set on that 12 string. Well,
Bye-bye.
that's how it goes, I suppose. Thank you. Easy come, easy go, folks. One down. Folks, we're going to take a quick look here, and we're going to jump into this Ryan as well. I just want to show you folks this Elliott Capo. If you missed me a little bit earlier, today we are giving away an Elliott Capo for free. And personally, I would be very glad to get an Elliott Capo, much less a free one. This is, let's switch that camera angle there super quick there, Jandro. This is the Elliott, if I can hold my hand straight after all this coffee I've had. This is the Elliott Integrity Capo. This is a brand new capo. We just got it in from the folks at Elliott Capos. And just to be clear, we have these in stock right now in 14-inch, 16-inch, and 20-inch radiuses, fingerboard radius. So whoever wins this Integrity Capo from Elliott will have their choice of 14-inch, 16-inch, or 20-inch radius for the capo that we send them. So just to be clear on that, and let's just let's play with this thing a little bit. We've got it here. Ever since I got my first Elliott Capo gifted to me by my buddy Pete, I have been super into these. These are absolutely the best capos out there in my opinion, and if I would go as far to say that that's not even my opinion, that's just a fact. Whoop. Folks, again, we are giving away today an Elliott Integrity Capo, just like the one that's on the neck of this beautiful Ryan guitar. And all you have to do in order to be entered to win one of these Integrity Capos is leave a comment on our YouTube page. And as I said, if you're joining us live on Facebook right now, you might want to hop over to YouTube in order to leave a comment so you too will be entered to win one of these beautiful capos. Those are completely handmade by the good folks at Elliott down there in Texas, and I will tell you, those are the finest capos that I believe exist out there today. So please get yourself entered to win one of those while I try to find the guitar pick that I dropped here.
What's the advantage of that yoke style capo over other styles of capo?
Intonation seems to be a big one. The fact that you can actually adjust the tension on the back of it to you can, for one thing, you can adjust where it is on the neck and adjust accordingly depending on the thickness of your neck. But, like the clamp style capos, while they're very convenient and very quick to move around while you're, performing on stage or what have you, they're set to one tension, and that one tension is oftentimes very tight. So when you're clamping that down, on your strings, whether it be here or sometimes even more extremely up here, it can really throw your guitar out of tune because it's clamping those strings down so darn hard. And another side effect that a lot of people don't often talk about, sometimes don't even think about, is fret wear. When you use a really, really tight capo, believe me, you're wearing those frets out quicker when you're applying that much pressure. Being able to fine-tune the pressure of the Elliott capo against the strings gives you far better control over, the intonation of your guitar and the lightweight aspect of those and the actual surgical rubber tubing that they're using to actually depress the strings. It's incredibly transparent sounding. So while you can tell there's a capo on it altering the pitch of your guitar, it doesn't color the sound of the instrument itself, which is really nice. It has a really transparent effect to it. So I could go on about those capos, but I won't. Folks, I just picked up a wonderful Kevin Ryan Nightingale off the wall. This one just came in a few days ago, and I got to tell you, it's been distracting me from some of my duties here at the shop. I'm not going to lie. Very dramatic, deep sounding guitar, cavernous for sure. The absolute bucket load of sustain. Got almost like a just powerful sounding. It's got that really pronounced bass out of it. It really has a powerful sound. I'm just realizing I completely neglected to share with the folks what this thing's made out of, which will make a difference. Again, folks, this is the Nightingale Grand Soloist from my good friends at Ryan Guitars. You can see this has that beautiful sharp Florentine cutaway, which I think is really, it's my preference between the Florentine and the Venetian. They're both beautiful. Something about that sharp look on Kevin's guitars that I think really works very well visually anyway. The top that they have on this guitar, let's take a gander there, Jandro, is a beautiful, beautiful, very blonde Engelmann spruce top. Engelmann spruce is fine, fine stuff, especially if you're looking for a guitar with some sensitivity, some great responsiveness. And I've got to say, I really like the back and side wood that they paired with this. I'm going to try to show you. It's very dark, almost mirror-like. This is Gabon Ebony, which you don't really commonly, or I should say at least I don't really commonly see this on the back and sides of woods. You more commonly see Macassar Ebony on the back and sides of guitars, but they had a set large enough to accommodate a Nightingale, and man, oh man, as I said before, it just has such a rich, dramatic, big sound to it. Folks, if you happen to just be joining us, I would like to announce to you and remind the folks who have been with us already, we are giving away a free Elliott Integrity Capo today. And the only thing that you need to do to be entered to win this Capo is leave a comment on the live YouTube stream that you are watching right now. And if you're watching on Facebook right now, again, I don't mean to unzuck you, but get off Facebook and go on YouTube so you can win something, because we'd love to give it to you. And Jandro, did we come up with a situation for the international folks who might want to win this?
I think we should just ship them,
Done.
Yeah.
If you're international, contact us. Leave a comment. If we pick your car, or if we're explain this, because I'm not explaining.
We're just winging it, guys. We haven't done a giveaway on the stream like this before, but whether or not you have to leave a comment in the live chat or in the video itself, I'll figure out a way to make sure that we pick from the people that are watching.
Perfect.
I'm pretty sure I can get your YouTube channel and message you or something like that. If I can't get a hold of you guys, we'll do an announcement with the username and let everyone know that they're the winner, and they can contact us, and then we'll set up a place to ship and get one out. Beautiful.
And as always, folks, if you have questions or would like to share with us maybe what guitars you will be enjoying this weekend, we would love to hear about that too. It doesn't have to be all Capo talk necessarily, although if it is all Capo talk, that's fine too. So we're going to keep on moving down the line here. Which brings us to a beautiful, beautiful, and I'm going to tell you, this thing already sounds old. I was playing it earlier, getting it tuned up and just fiddling around with it a bit. This thing just has such a vintage quality to it already, which is just really cool. This is a Bourgeois LDBO with some pretty happening customizations that we were able to do to this guitar. So the LDBO is kind of the classic kind of Gibson L-DBO style guitar. Nice curvy body to it there, kind of a sloped upper bout there. Really comfortable guitar to play. This particular example is a 14 fret example, and I say that because they can potentially be had in 14, 13, and 12 fret examples for the body to meet the neck there. This also is a deep body example, and this would sort of, in ways, be a little bit of a nod to that classic Nick Lucas model, which was kind of a most commonly a 13 fret L-DBO, but with a deeper body to it. So kind of a little bit of a nod to that in ways. As I said, the way that this guitar came together between the tone woods and the voicing and just the physicality of its makeup, it just has a old woody character to it. Would just be awesome for, you know, folk tunes or ragtime kind of stuff. Just has that kind of almost rasp to it, which is really fun. I would be fooled real quick if I was blindfolded and someone were to ask me what year this guitar was built. I would be decades off, for sure. It just has that kind of, I think due to the deep body too, it almost has that kind of thumpiness to it, that old kind of really, really cool effect. Take a look at these woods here a little bit. We've got a beautiful age-tone Adirondack spruce top on this guitar. Natural. Nice golden color thanks to the torrefaction process there. Bound in grained ivory there. Nice tortoiseshell pickguard. I like the bound rim of the sound hole there too. That's a neat touch there. Oh, I'm sorry, that one's not. I was looking at the camera and thought it was. It's not. Forgive me. Back and sides of this guitar, another lovely set of highly figured walnut. As I said, with these really nice walnut guitars that we've been getting in lately, it's hard to not pay attention to this wood. This is a fabulous set. Really beautiful stuff. Really nice. And this has the standard 1 23/32 nut width. We've got the 2.2 spacing down here at the bridge as well, so it's a little bit tighter spacing for compared to what they can do on the wider end, but Definitely a comfortable neck to play. Very nice. For being a walnut, and especially compared to the other walnut guitar that we were able to play, the McNally, a little bit earlier, this is a dramatically drier sounding guitar, and kind of shows at least some of the range that walnut can have, just depending on, again, the physicality of the rest of the ingredients, as well as the input that the luthiers kind of had to say about what was happening as well. So pretty cool to see. Beautiful little guitar, though. That will make someone very happy.
So Simon on YouTube says he's enjoying their Martin OM18 Authentic VTS.
Oh, nice.
Best guitar they've ever owned.
Yeah.
Would like to know your opinion on this compared to some of the other high-end guitars that you've played.
The 1933 Authentic OM18, that is, honestly, that's one of my favorite authentic models they have ever done. Of course, it doesn't hurt at all the fact that it's a Mahogany OM. I am a big fan of Mahogany OMs. I think that's probably, I'm going to say probably the best Mahogany OM that Martin has produced outside of, pre-1940 or so anyway. That is a great guitar, and one that they have really gone the extra mile to make pretty darn authentic for sure. I love the shade top they do on that guitar. Yours, I'm sure, feels like it's filled with helium. Those things are so lightweight and so responsive because of that. I love that guitar. It's that's going to be one of those guitars, in my experience with them at least, it's almost kind of like that Bourgeois. It's got just tremendously in-your-face fundamentals, just really clear, really true sound to it. That's a fun guitar, I'm sure, and some of those that I've played have been very loud guitars as well, so I'm sure that's a fun one.
Yeah, Phil was asking if there's any more D2837 Authentics in the pipeline because they seem to be flying off our shelves.
Yes, we have many, I'm talking dozens of them in the pipeline, no exaggeration whatsoever. We have just the regular VTS versions as well as the aged versions in queue. I hate to say I don't know exactly when we'll be expecting our next one or two of them. It may be next week. It may be 2 months from now. I don't know off the top of my head.
Yep.
Folks, if you are just joining us, I just want to remind you, it wouldn't be a reminder if you're just joining us, but I want to remind those of you who've been with us, we are giving away an Elliott Capo today. This is the Elliott Integrity Capo. Whoever the winner is that is chosen from our comments will have their choice of a 14-inch, 16-inch, or 20-inch Elliott Integrity Capo, just like the one that I am holding here, kind of that matte finish, all handmade down in Texas. We want to give you one of these. No questions asked. All you have to do is leave a comment on our YouTube page. So for those of you tuning in on Facebook or elsewhere, tune into YouTube, leave us a comment. That will magically enter you to win one of these capos, which we would absolutely love to send to you. So please do so. Are we getting a lot of comments, I hope?
No, there's no one in the chat. No, I'm just kidding. We got a lot of comments.
Folks, as I said at the beginning of this live stream, we have got some filthily heavy hitters on the wall behind me today, and we have come to one of the heaviest of the heavy. And this guitar, at least to me, is really important in at least a few ways. if you folks have been following our channel or anything that we do, especially on the acoustic guitar end of things at the shop here, you hopefully have at least seen one or two of our Santa Cruz guitars that we've had built in the past with the Tunnel 13 redwood tops. We've had primarily OMs built, but we've had a number of guitars made with Tunnel 13 redwood tops. You might remember some of the ones that we had made with the tree back and sides that were just utterly disgusting and how wonderful they sounded. And more recently, we've been doing some with the Tunnel 13 with Brazilian rosewood back and sides. And I am, it's kind of bittersweet in a way, and honestly, I'm kind of just sad to say this is the last Tunnel 13 redwood topped guitar that we will be getting from Santa Cruz Guitars, at least as it stands today. We have used their last set of this incredible wood, and it went to this guitar that I'm holding right now. This is a standard OM in terms of its physical makeup. We have a 25.4 inch scale length here. 1 3/4 nut, 2 1/4 spacing at the bridge, and let's get to the important stuff here, the incredible tone woods that were used. And you can see this is a magnificently unique redwood top here, and of course I'm specifically referring to the coloration in the upper bouts there, just on the left and right side of that fingerboard extension there. You can see obviously a darkened effect there on this top, and while it is certainly kind of a mystery on how or why that ended up that way, it's at least a theory, and I don't know, you know, nobody really actually knows, I guess, but Richard Hoover seems to think it is not outside of the realm of possibility that this was discolored from either smoke or potentially heat that could have happened during the fire that happened in Tunnel 13. He is not saying that that's what this is from, but he is not discarding it as a possibility either, which I think is just cool. And if it's even remotely possible for that to be the case, it's awesome. I didn't show you the back of this. Again, Jandro, sorry. Too much coffee. My brain's not working. Yeah, very, very unique top there. And the back and side set on this guitar is one of the coveted Tier 1 Brazilian rosewood sets from Richard Hoover's personal stash. And you can see it's just absolutely amazing wood. And again, with the sending back and forth of a bunch of photos from the folks at Santa Cruz to ourselves, we were able to select this with their help, of course, and we just could not be more pleased with this beautiful back set, and I think very appropriate to use in spirit with the last Tunnel 13 redwood top that we'll be able to get from Santa Cruz. And I just absolutely cannot believe the sound that comes out of this guitar. It is just perfect. It's certainly not a super dry sound at all. It's definitely has the harmonics and the reverb, and that is very much so a result of both of these tone woods very efficiently doing their job. Holy cow. Wow. The complexity coming out of this thing is... It's hard to describe. So I hope these mics are doing an adequate job. But it roars. Are you hearing that?
No, I had earplugs on. No, I mean, that sounds incredible.
Yikes. I'm not sure that I remember a better sounding Tunnel 13 guitar before. I mean, they've all been magnificent. Boy, oh boy, what a way to end it. Holy cow, I gotta put this thing down. I'm shaking. Anybody finding any favorites yet there, Jandro?
They're all dying over the sound of this one.
Yeah. Put me in line. I just can't believe the sound of this guitar. Holy freaking cow. Okay.
Phil said on YouTube that Wood supposedly witnessed a train robbery in 1923.
I seriously, I think it would be silly to say, hey, that's what that's from. But again, it's almost silly to think that that would be impossible too. And I will say, I mean, probably don't need to, but of course the folks at Santa Cruz really tested that wood and made sure that from a structural standpoint, it's got the integrity that it needs to be an heirloom instrument the way that they build them. And they said there's nothing goofy structurally happening at all, or you know, not anything varying in its stiffness or anything. Folks, we must keep moving indeed, so we will. But before we get on to this beautiful Ryan, one more reminder for you folks. We are giving away an Elliott Integrity Capo today. In your choice of fingerboard radius, we currently have 14-inch, 16-inch, and 20-inch fingerboard radius options for the Elliott Integrity Capo, and we want to give you one of these. We will choose one comment from our YouTube live stream today. And folks, this is only happening for the live stream. So if you're watching this after it was published and after we're done here, I hate to say, we will not be including those comments because we want to kind of be able to announce a winner today if possible, but this is our first time doing it, so we're going to try to figure it out as we go, so bear with us. But we are giving away a beautiful Elliott Capo in whichever radius might be appropriate for whichever guitar you might want to use this on. So do leave a comment on YouTube, and we would love to give this to you. Now, folks, I just picked up a absolutely gorgeous Ryan Abbey Grand Parlor 10-string, another small body, not 6-string guitar, which is not super common, but we've been able to play a couple of them today, and one of them has already sold. So let's see what we can do with this one. This is a Jandro, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. If you can pull up the website.
Yeah.
I am completely spacing. I want to say this is a Lutz Spruce top on this guitar. Is that right? Okay.
It is. Yeah.
I didn't remember if it was Lutz or a European Spruce. Let's take a gander while we're talking about it. Again, folks, this is the Abbey Grand Parlor. This has the a very nice Venetian cutaway. Very, very nice, and I especially like that Venetian cutaway on the small body. And this is a 10-string. So you can see that all of the wound strings, meaning the low E, the A, the D, and the G, are doubled in octaves. But you can see that the high E and the B string are not doubled. So those are just lone, regular E and B string there. And if I can... we're looking at this Lutz Spruce top, of course, which is beautiful, has a lot of that medullary ray in there. I want to try to show you this bridge design there. You can see, if I can angle this right, you can see that, of course, you have the bridge pins for your standard 6 strings, but they actually tuck in those other extra octave strings back in the back of the bridge there, kind of feed it in through a pinless system, which I think is really sharp. And of course, everything is beautifully individually intonated on the saddle itself. So just a tremendous amount of intricate work there. Back and sides of this one are a filthy nice set of Ziricote. Really, really highly figured 3-dimensional wood here. Just insanity in terms of spider webby grain there. Really beautiful stuff. Beautiful indeed. Equally impressive sides, of course. Let's take a look at this dramatic headstock as well while we're here. Really cool. Kind of offset. Has the 6 on one side, 4 on another. Really cool. Oh, really? Already did.
Oh, did you?
Is it for sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Sweet.
But it was my guy to work with.
We'll see. Sorry about that, folks. We're getting all kinds of distracted in here. One of my favorite things about the Ryan 10-string guitars, and even on some of the 12-string guitars that they've made in the past too, is the G string. They actually flip that really thin octave string, the higher octave, they flip it on the opposite side, so when you're playing fingerstyle and upstroking with your finger, you can actually hear that octave string. And on a normal 12-string guitar, where all the strings are aligned the same way, it's really hard to hear that high octave, especially on that G string. So that's cool that Kevin has flipped that so you can really appreciate that it's there, especially when you're playing with your fingers. of sound. Holy cow. Out of a small guitar too. He really puts it out. Beautiful. Very nice, very nice. That's a beauty. I love that Ziricote too. Beautiful stuff. Folks, we have reached the end of the line once again. Folks, we have just picked up a perfect sounding Froggy Bottom H12, which is kind of their orchestra sized 12 fret guitar. You can see it's got that Florentine cutaway on there, allowing much further access than just the 12th fret there, and even frankly even beyond the 14th fret there too. We've got some really nice access all the way up here. Wood-wise, we've got a beautiful German spruce top on this guitar, very blonde again. Looking at a lot of European spruce today. Really fabulous looking top on this, and a wonderful set of mahogany on the back and sides. Beautiful, beautiful mahogany. And that European spruce and mahogany, again, is a tone wood combination that rarely, if ever, disappoints. And it certainly never does from the likes of Froggy Bottom. So clear, so unbelievably well balanced. this one might be sold too.
Why are you buying it?
Dude. Holy cow. Holy cow. I'm losing my pick again. Jandro. There it is.
Should get a pickpocket for sure.
Probably should. Just cut one in there.
Yeah.
Folks, once again, we have reached the end of the line, and if you let me, I will keep playing this guitar for the rest of the weekend. So, for the sake of Jandro and the other people that work in this shop, we better reel this in a little bit. But again, I'd love to hear if any of these pieces behind me are speaking to you. One earlier in the episode spoke to someone so much that it's no longer here.
Well, a couple, I think that Tunnel 13 might be going out today if we get that going.
For those that were witnessing our distraction a few minutes ago, Granville came down and said somebody might be taking the last Tunnel 13 Redwood Santa Cruz that we just played a few minutes ago. So they're popping off, folks.
Yeah, Roeth said that the Santa Cruz was the winner of the day and that the McNally was the second favorite.
Ooh, nice.
Staley said that the McNally for them.
Yep.
Klaus said the Tunnel 13 Santa Cruz.
Yep. For me, man, it's a toss-up, honestly, almost with everything on the wall, at least all the six stringers on the wall, in terms of guitars that I could actually play, regularly. Yeah, this one seriously is... This one's definitely up there too.
It's hard to pick with all those hitters.
I know, man.
Yeah, we got Tunnel 13, Deep Body Walnut Bourgeois.
Oh, nice. I thought that one would appeal to some of the... I am not a blues picker at all, which I'm embarrassed to say, being from St. Louis and all that good stuff, but I just am not in tune with the blues for whatever reason, so to speak. But man, that L-DBO, that deep body, it's just that thumpiness to it. Boy, oh boy, that just puts you in the mood. So it sounds like the Tunnel 13 probably is the...
If I had to tally them, which I'm not going to.
Right.
I'd say yeah.
Close enough. Yeah, like I said, I think they're all winners. If Ed wanted to give me any of them for free, I certainly would not turn them down.
Or would I?
Folks, if you've been with us, we've been talking an awful lot about a capo, a very fine capo that we would love to give to you. And I don't know if now is the time or...
So I was doing some research. The comment pickers do not work on live streams.
Okay, got it.
Which I still want to do that since it's for the live watchers.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is maybe trade places with you and have you just scroll through this giant list of comments and just land on one.
Okay.
Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to do this in the lowest tech way possible, folks. Jandro and I are going to switch seats real quick. I'm going to basically blindfold myself and just flip through the comments until it stops, and we'll put the mouse cursor on one and go with it. So I didn't mention this, but for those that might be strategic, you should have left a lot of comments.
Take out my guitar destroying pocket knives.
Nice. Folks, you have a rare treat to
And now the moment
hear,
you've all been waiting for.
hear Jandro play. Hey, where's my comments at? Over
On the right side there,
got it.
yeah.
Now let's start at the top, and this is all comments, right?
Yeah,
How close to this mic do I have
you're
to
good.
be?
Yeah.
Okay, folks. While you enjoy the sultry sounds of Jandro's fingerstyle acoustic guitar playing, I am going to flip through these comments. So if you're going to comment now, because I am picking in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the comment or the commenter, I'm not looking here, folks. This is fair. Make sure I'm on one. Let's see. Gene XL.
Gene XL.
Gene, I know that you are a motorcyclist, so I am very happy to send you this capo that has nothing to do with motorcycles. But Gene, email me, or I'll tell you what, I know that we're Facebook friends already, so send me a message on Facebook. Let me know if you would like a 14-inch, a 16-inch, or a 20-inch Elliott Integrity capo, because we're going to send you one. Congratulations, Gene.
Yeah.
Very cool. This is a lot easier back here, Honduran, not having to play guitar and all that stuff. Maybe we'll switch next week. Hey, let's get a vote real quick. Let's have everybody put a vote in that wants Hondro to do the acoustic guitar live stream next week. This just looks this looks so natural like this.
This is wood, spruce wood. There you go. It does a sound.
Awesome. Well, we gave a Capo away, folks. Again, congratulations to Gene on the Elliott Integrity Capo.
Woo!
That's a nice little thing to win on a Saturday morning. We're gonna switch back, folks. Okay. Well, I guess that's it.
That's it.
Folks, thank you as always for joining us. Maybe we'll give some free stuff away next week too at next week's live stream. We'll see what happens. But that was a lot of fun. I'm gonna enjoy packing one of these up and sending it out to Gene. We sure appreciate you all watching and commenting. Please join us next week. We'll have an announcement, I'm sure, on whatever we're doing, when we're doing it. So do join us next week and have an absolutely lovely weekend. Take care, everyone.